Hi everybody, welcome to Mad Games Tycoon. I mean, it is actually a pretty good game. If you like Game Dev Tycoon, you'll like this game. It's got a lot of depth to it. It's got a lot of interesting features and stuff. Unfortunately for Mad Games Tycoon, the name of the game is terrible and the graphics are pretty terrible as well. But if you can get past both of those things, it's pretty good. And we're going to give it a try. Anyway, we're going to start a new game of Mad Games Tycoon. We are going to call ourselves... we need something good. All right? Like, Hellballs Limited, the last time we played Game Dev Tycoon, was an okay name, but it wasn't the best. And there's lots of options in this game as well. I mean, we don't even need to make games necessarily. We can make engines. We can do, like, IT stuff. We can do contract work and everything. It's great. Well, you'll see there's a lot of depth to it. And we can build our own office and stuff too. It's pretty sweet. All right, let us be Ron Johnson. Because actually we haven't had Ron Johnson as our CEO for some time now. It was like back in the first Game Dev Tycoon series I did. So we'll have Ron Johnson. He's going to come back. And he's going to be the CEO of Sipsco. Sipsco Entertainment. Yeah. Entertainment Limited. Oh, yeah. That's going to be great. Sipsco Entertainment Limited. All right. We're going to go Ron Johnson, Sipsco Entertainment Limited, and we are going to choose a cool logo for our company. And lots of them are based on real companies that you may know and like Rockstar here. We got Tigerhead Studios. We got IDI, of course. The whole bunch, like Ibusoft. Look, there's tons. Minisoft. We got Siga as well. Some of these are a lot more identifiable than others. Blue Ocean. I don't know if you remember any of these. Some of them are kind of old. And then, of course, we've got like these random-ass ones as well. I mean... I like crabs, so I like Wally as well, but you know what? Let's go for crabs, okay? We're gonna have a crab logo. Our country means that, we can sell better. We get better sales bonuses based on like genres, right? Depending on what country we take. So for instance, Canada, we get a 5% sales bonus on building games, which is fairly true. I'm a Canadian person, a guy from Canada, and I love building games. So maybe they got that spot on. And of course, Korea with arcade games. Sweden, if you're Sway, you love puzzle games apparently. And if you're Polish or Brazilian, Brazilians love platformers, and Polish people love third-person shooters, as opposed to Americans who love first-person shooters. And then, of course, if from the UK, you like FIFA and sports games. Anyway, as I am Canadian, Ron Johnson and Sipsco Entertainment Limited are going to be also Canadian. Are we going to do like some building games? Maybe. We are going to be male, and we can disable the tutorial, which maybe we shouldn't actually. Maybe we should leave it on just in case. There's some stuff that I'm not sure about. We can start with a small office building if we don't want to start out of the garage. I think we start out of the garage. And then there's like all this other junk as well, but like we'll unlock features as we go. I think random events might be good. Random genre combinations, I don't know. I mean, I guess this is like for later on if you're like super good at the game or whatever, if you last that long, but we'll see. Anyway, we're gonna start a new game. Ron Johnson, Sipsco Entertainment Limited, out of Ron Johnson's garage. Ron Johnson can have a special feature that he's very, very good at. And that is going to be an isometric 2D engine. I mean, I like isometric 2D. Personally, I think that that's great. But like maybe we can give him something else like 32-bit color support. Stereoscopic 3D. There's a lot of stuff here, isn't there? We could also support 4K resolution. I think we're going to start in 1980. So maybe we could get ahead of the curve in 1980, having support for 4K resolution. That'd be pretty sweet. Let's just make him really good at cutscenes, shall we? And his special genre will be, what are we, I guess building? because why not? Do we need cutscenes in a building game? Probably not. What are we going to want to have in a building game that's going to give us like the edge? Branching AI, a level editor, I guess, maybe. Split screen multiplayer is probably not going to be too important. Maybe we could just go for something like just graphics, you know, like in general. Maybe 32-bit color support is going to be his thing. Fine, let's do it. We can also make him good at something. Oh man, Ron Johnson is looking pretty fresh. Look at that. I love the choice of shirt today, Ron. I also love the haircut. And I also like how it looks like that critical moment, the split second before you're about to be run over by a bus. That is the facial expression that Ron Johnson is rocking today. Do we want him to be good at anything in particular? He's got the will to work. He's pretty fast, well, reasonably fast, but he sucks at everything else. Do we want to make him good at programming? Like really good at programming? Or do we want to give him like a bit of programming and maybe a bit more game design, but like not too much? Let's give him a bit of programming and a bit of game design, because he's going to be like our only guy for a little while anyway, I would imagine. All right, Ron. Fine. Let's go at the standard pace, and let us start in 1980 and work our way up through normal. I think is going to be fine for us. I hope. Anyway, you never know with these things. I mean, normal might be just balls hard. Anyway, here we are. This guy is going to teach us the basics of Mad Games Tycoon. I did warn you the graphics are not the best, and it's true, they're not. This is the tutorial. It's going to tell us how to create our development studio. As you can see, we're in a house, which is actually just a big garage and a small garage. This garage here, I don't think we can ever get into, but it looks like there is a desk and a computer there, an old car, wheelbarrow, some like metal drums, possibly to store dead bodies in, but also possibly just to store a bunch of liquid. Like maybe Ron makes a lot of jam or something and he just has to store all the jam in there. But it's more likely dead bodies. He puts the heads in the boxes and then just melts the bodies in there, and it's pretty gross. Anyway, he's got some cinder blocks and some other junk out here. We got our cool crab logo. It's, Ron's house is doubling as Sipsco Entertainment Limited for now. We are going to make a fairly big development studio here in his second garage. Right? He has some sort of barn door to get into his house, which is kind of weird, but there you go. Right, so for development, we start off with 850,000 big ones. We have no fans. We have no prestige. We have no whatever this is, reputation. This is office quality, sorry. It's not prestige at all. The higher this gets, the more willing people are to work and stuff. We can make Sipsco Entertainment Limited like rockin' hot, hopefully. And then there's unlocks and shit as well. Okay, so we're good with that. Our development studio space is done. We need to place a door, which we'll place here, I guess. And there we go. It's like an office within an office. And the giveaway is that the sign says office. Ron Johnson is just standing here, looking around, looking for something to do. Right, we have to place some furniture inside the office. We're going to make a desk. We're going to get an Ineka desk for $1,000. And this is where the magic is going to happen. Ron is going to sit in here and he is going to work his balls off every single day. I mean, we could get another desk as well if we wanted somebody to come in and help, but I think for now, we're just going to have Ron in here. I like these little scrolling things to tell you that you can just come out of this menu. We have to tell our employees to work in a specific office. We also need to unpause the game. So if I go normal speed, if it's not going to let me, that's fine. Get out of here, tutorial. Come on. There we go. Right. See, now Ron can walk around, try to figure out what he wants to do. We're just going to drop him in this office, at this desk, and he can busy himself with emails and other stuff that maybe he would like to do. We can develop a game. We can do contract work. We can support development. So it's pretty different to Game Dev Tycoon in this case, I guess. Once the game is released, you can develop patches for it. You can develop like new features for it. Sorry, Ron. So like updates and language packs here, so we can develop a whole update, and in the update we can add like new campaigns, new stories, anything we want. We can just develop a patch to fix the bugs. We can release language packs. Like it's pretty crazy. And then when you have more employees, you can support the development of like a different project. I guess we can just do some like contract work for now. Ron, do you think you would be able to do some? Actually, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should just get to work on like a game straight away, because I don't think we can do anything else. We have the development studio. The only other room that we can build are the toilets, which are important, right? Because people do need to visit the John every once in a while. We have to place a door for the toilets as well. Hilariously, the bathroom also has a sign outside of it that says office. So I don't know what kind of work is happening in there, but it's not the kind of work that is going to be feasible in the retail spectrum, that's for sure. Unless we want to bottle the essence of Ron Johnson's craps. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Anyway, so in our toilets, we are going to need a stall. The main business is done on the toilet. That's absolutely correct. We are going to place the toilet here like this. And then we are also going to put a restroom sink here. And let us also put a hand dryer here. Because it's very important that when you do go in there and do the business, you wash your hands and you dry them too. Right, so now all we have to do is give Ron something to do. He's going to have to develop a game. I think you have to basically develop a game straight off the bat to unlock like further stuff. What topics do we have? We have demons as a topic. What genre do we have? We have arcade game. We can have an arcade game about demons. We're not going to use an engine because we don't have one and we haven't licensed one. We can have a Demon Revolution game, an arcade game. Demon Revolutions. I have no idea. Anyway, we're gonna do a game about demons in the midst of a revolution. And it's gonna be an arcade game. Target audience is going to be, I guess, all ages. Are demon games suitable for all ages? I'm not sure. Maybe we should make it at least a teenage game, right? And what should we call this game? The type is going to be a retail game. It's not an MMO or a free-to-play. It's good that you have the option to do that, I guess, later on. And the game size, we're locked into B, which gives us 5 maximum features and 0 development costs, apparently. But I'm not sure if that's right. All right. Anyway, it's a Demon Revolution game. We are going to call this game... What's a cool demon name? In Warcraft, which I've been playing a lot of recently, demons generally have like some sort of like A and X at the end of their name. So like if your name is like Tom, your demon name would be like Tom Axe or something like that. Or like, for instance, if your name was Sarah, it would be Sarah Axe. Maybe we can make this game a Demon Revolution game about Sarah Axe, the Demon Slayer. Okay, there we go. Sarah Axe is an unhappy demon who is starting a revolution by slaying other demons because she doesn't want to be a demon anymore, and she thinks that if she slays enough demons, she won't be a demon anymore. But I'm not sure anyway. It's an arcade game, which means it's like some sort of side-scroller, quarter-guzzling game. And the only platform we have available to us right now is the personal computer. So we're going to go for that. It's going to cost us $5,000 to get this one out the door. But later on, we can buy dev kits for other platforms and release on multiple platforms and stuff. It comes later on. We can even do copy protection. And this game's concepts means that if you've made a game prior to this and you want to use the same settings you can do it, which is a pretty cool feature actually. We don't have any completed game reports because we haven't completed any games, and we have no fan letters because we have no fans. The game settings, these sliders are weird to me and I'm not sure how they work. Okay, so on this side it says gameplay, and on this side it says graphics. I guess we want better gameplay since it's an arcade game than graphics. I don't know, but I'm not sure how far we want to go. Game length, I guess. Do we want more functions over atmosphere? Sure. Do we want this to be kind of beginner friendly or have more depth? Let's go for the depth. It's a demon game. And let's go this way. I'm too scared to go all the way, one way or the other. So like, let's just go with our gut instinct here and see. It's gonna cost us 23 grand to develop this game. And then we can prioritize development on like different stuff. So like we could say, let's not go too much on technology, but let's give more gameplay. And then graphics and sounds, let's just keep it 25%. And then we'll just see how we do. I mean, you never know, right? Your first game is always going to be like sort of your test. It's like you set your standard or your benchmark or whatever, but we'll have to see. Anyway, we got some ASCII text support, which is going to cost us 5,000 bucks. It's a text-driven graphics system. It's going to be nice. And the sound that we're going to be using is going to be PC speaker sound. So that means that it's going to be beeps and bloops that you're just going to hear sort of coming from the back of your computer, which is not the best, but you know, as the 80s progress, we'll get better. Anyway, Ron Johnson, all by himself inside his house, which has become kind of an office. I mean, most houses do not boast this bathroom setup, I would say. Like, he actually has the proper stalls and a hand dryer and everything. So at least he's got that going for him. He does have a small, I don't know where he got this small loan from, but 850,000 is quite a bit to start off with. And hopefully Ron Johnson is going to, Glasses Studios has released the game, what? Expressions of Time? Let's go and see what, it's Experiences of Time. Okay, it's in the weekly chart. This one did pretty good, actually. So this is, Ibusoft has released a puzzle game. This is Glasses Studios. The graphics are great. They're the best I've seen in some time. They're probably just ASCII graphics. The sound is really good. That's just bleeps and bloops. Only a few oddities now and then. The controls are very good. The game controls well. The gameplay of the game is hard to beat. Well done. It's a good game with some flaws. Just short of gold, though. Okay, so that's our first bit of competition. We're going to have to do better than them. And then we can see how many people have downloaded our games, MMO subscriptions, but that'll be like later on, like past the 80s, I'm guessing. We can develop consoles. We can become a publisher, I think, possibly. I'm not sure. There's engines that we can create. We can license to other people and get royalties, like profit sharing if they use our engines and stuff. It's crazy. There's so much crap that you can do in this game. Like, and I haven't even done... I wouldn't have said I've even done like a tenth of it. Like I just played it very briefly to see what it was like, and like I was saying, the graphics and the name of the game are just bad. But I mean, the core of the actual game, there's a lot going on here. Like, look at this. We can make a head office. We can have QA, a graphics studio, a storeroom. We can make a training room. We can have a server room. I've made a staff room already, but we're going to probably unlock that after we hire some staff. But for now, I don't think we really need to. Well, you know what? Oh, fuck it. Let's do it. We're going to hire somebody, okay? We're going to get a desk in for them. It's going to be another Ineka desk, which is going to cost us $1,000. We're going to put it right next to Ron Johnson's desk, okay? And we are going to hire somebody that's going to help Ron Johnson create this game straight away. All right. We're going to hire staff. Who are we looking for? We want somebody who's like kind of decent at programming, I guess. We have Manolito Anjuko, Ignacy Stoichkau. These are not very Canadian sounding people, but then again, it is a very multicultural nation. So there we go. We got Jens Bigard, Boto Hydrick. They sound all very European to me. That's all I'm trying to say. And I guess because our office quality isn't so high, it means that we're sort of stuck with these people. So we can just sort of like filter them out based on what we want them to be able to do. But it looks like Manolito here. He only wants $4,000 for his salary. Manolito, would you like to be hired? He's pretty good at game design and programming. At least he's not like totally terrible. We could train him up anyway. He's got really cool hair. He's got some nice facial hair going as well. He looks very presentable. He only wants to be paid $4 grand. And he's willing to accept a 0 rating for the quality of the office. So I'm pretty sure that this guy would be prepared to go outside in the backyard and take a shit there if like the toilets were occupied or whatever. He seems to have very low standards. He's not the fastest worker, but he does have some will to work. And he's very good at office work as well. All right, you know what? We're going to hire him. We're going to place him in this desk here next to Ron Johnson. And straight away, Manolito is going to... Manolito, come on. He's going to just start working with Ron Johnson on this straight away. There, see? Like, the two of them sit next to each other. They're going to start working together on everything. And then eventually, when we unlock a research and development office, we're gonna move Manolito into there. But for now, Ron Johnson and Manolito have completed the game development of Sarah Hacks the Demon Slayer, the first game that's going to be released by Sipsco Entertainment Limited. The work on this game have been completed. You can release your game now. If you'd like to continue working on the game, you can release it later on. So like, we don't have to release it straight away. It's going to ship with 2 bugs. And as far as I know, there's nothing we can do about that until it's released, and then we can work on a patch and do some other support for the game. All right, let's just go for it. We're just going to release this game. Sarax the Demon Slayer, our very first game, is ready to be published. We have to find a publisher because we can't self-publish. We're looking for somebody who's very good at doing arcade games. So we have Kremlins here, Pignosis if we want. We got Pandai, which is of course meant to be Bandai, but it's Pandai. You know what? Screw it. Let's go with what we know. I know Bandai, and I like the sound of Pandai, so fuck it. We're going with Pandai. All right. We have some experience now in demon games, revolution games, arcade games, and the personal computer, which is pretty good. This is an overview of how many games with the same genre or the same theme at the time are available. It looks like we've completely clinched this market. You know, we dominate it. There's no other demon games out there, especially demon games about revolutions within the demon world. So we've done it. Oh man, that's nice, isn't it? Your first game was completed. You can now build the research area. There you can research new features, genres, and themes. Wonderful. All right, Sarah Hacks the Demon Slayer by Sipsco Entertainment Limited, published by Pandai. The graphics look really good. There isn't much to complain about. The sound is below average. Hopefully they will do better next time. The controls are okay. A few tweaks and they would be great. The gameplay is below average. They need to be much better. This game has many weaknesses. Only buy it if you're a hardcore fan. Well, we have no fans, but we're hoping to create new fans off the back of this release. All right, first things first, we're going to do an update, and that's developing a patch for Sarax the Demon Slayer. We're gonna spend $250 on removing the bugs from the game, which might make it sell a bit more. Who knows? Anyway. It is on the market now. So the way this works is, I think if the game is very, very good, it'll stay on the market for some time. It's only when the game starts to not sell very well that the publisher decides to pull it. So it could be on the market for like 2 weeks. It could be on the market for like 10 years. It just depends on how good the game is. Sarax the Demon Slayer is not going to be around for very long, but we're going to do our best to make it better while it is up there, because it's our first game. So we've developed the patch. Now let's do an update. It's great, isn't it? Sarax the Demon Slayer. It had 24 painting icons, 15 controller icons, 15 musical note icons, and 18 computer monitor icons, which is a security apparently, and new levels. So this is like the tech score for it. We could do some new sounds, which might be nice. It'll improve the overall sound thing. We could do some new graphics as well. And then let's also just add in some new levels. It's going to cost us $1,173, but it's going to be a great patch for the game. It's going to be a great update. I'm not sure how we're going to deliver this to users because it is 1980. And I wouldn't expect them to like go back to the computer store to get a disc with this update on it or whatever. But I mean, who knows? Maybe that's what they have to do. Maybe not. Anyway, Ron and Manolito are in there working their butts off all throughout the day and the night to get this update out. And it looks like it's good. Every week we're selling more and more copies of Sarax the Demon Slayer, which is very nice. It looks like Glasses Studio has released the game Zombie World. What's popular right now? So currently, puzzle quick show games are popular, and unpopular are arcade and thief games. So there you go. All right, fine. We're going to build our research center. It is going to be a room probably like that big. It doesn't need to be very big. That's fine. Manolito is going to work in here, just down the fake hallway from Ron, I guess. All right, we have a new genre that we can research called RPG. We can also do a video game console research as well. All right, we're gonna have to shove a desk in here. We're gonna shove the desk in here like this, okay? So that when Ron walks by, he can see what's on Manolito's screen. This is gonna be pretty important. We don't want Manolito in there slacking, which he might be doing. So Ron, on his trips to the bathroom, can walk by, just poke his head in. Doesn't even need to say anything to Manolito. He can just see, make sure that he's not playing Donkey Kong or whatever they were doing back in the 1980s, and instead is doing some topical research. He could do some topical research. He could also research some features, some 4-color support, which will mean that we can make an engine, which might be a good one actually. Our publisher has launched a campaign for Sarax the Demon Slayer, and it looks like sales are okay for now. I don't think we've made any money off of it though, sadly. But we'll have to see anyway. We have genres that we can research as well. We can do some console research, and there's research others. We can make B+ games, apparently, which is going to cost 250 research points. So you don't have to accumulate research points in this game, which is interesting. So I can start working on anything. I think I'm going to start working on 4-color support so that we can get an engine made and licensed, and we can sell it. Wow, Remedy has released the game The Hell. And look at this. Holy crap. The campaign has worked. Look, sales have just spiked big time in the 7th week. Yeah, it's been on 7 weeks. Holy crap. And it's got 5 hype off the back of that big campaign too. It's pretty good. Lockstar Games has released the game Hot Jungle, so we can check the charts anytime to see how we're doing. Sarax the Demon Slayer is currently 8th in the weekly charts. Zombie World is dominating currently with 12,691 sales for the week. We can also see all-time charts as well. Sarax the Demon Slayer is 8th, and Experiences of Time has sold 131,005 copies. Man, how the hell did they do it? Sarax the Demon Slayer could have been there, but it's not quite there. All right, Ron, do another update for Christ's sake. We don't need a patch. We're going to do a game update for Sarax the Demon Slayer. Add some new campaigns and game modes in there, for Christ's sake. And Manolito will continue his work on 4-color support, which is going to be a first feature that we add into an engine that we create and license and sell and we make some money off of. Anyway, we're sitting pretty at 760,000 bucks. Manolito is working in R&D. Looks like he's having a little stretch and taking a break. Ron is developing updates and patches for Sarax the Demon Slayer, the game that we have made, which is pretty good. And Sipsco Entertainment Limited is off to a good start. How long that will last, I have no idea. But I'm interested to sort of get into this game and see what it's all about. So far, it's pretty interesting. I like the depth, at least the depth that's presented. I don't know if I get like some of these things unlocked, if it's going to still be fun or whatever. But I'm willing to try it out, and we'll see how it goes. Look, we can even buy. We can go to the bank and we can get a loan if we want to. But look at this. Look at the property you can buy. So look, the garage that we're in right now. But look, we can get a large garage, which would be pretty nice. There's an old office building that we can buy. And look at this. There's a gigantic office building that we can buy. And then we could just jam it full of like a bunch of turtleneck millennials all working together in perfect harmony on the latest and greatest AAA games eventually. Or we could just have like one gigantic server room and have that spinning a lot of money. That'd be pretty good as well. Excellent. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you can get past the graphics and the name of the game. Because like I said, they're not the best, but it is surprisingly a fun little game. And I look forward to unlocking more of the features and getting into it a little bit more. We'll follow the story of Ron Johnson and Manolito as they create games and other things to sell throughout the 1980s, hopefully, into the 90s, if we can last that long. I'm not sure, but we'll see. As usual, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time! Oh my god, yes.